Welcome to Sponsored Posts, behind the lens of how influential content is made. Today, I'm so excited to be joined by Tatyana Nesteruk, who is an author, blogger, and food influencer. Welcome, Tatyana.
Thank you so much for having me, Justin. Thank you.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the podcast. And so I thought I'd just kick it off and start by asking a little bit about your background, how you got into cooking.
So I started off as a really, really young age, and I love to create my own recipes. I'd have like a stack of old cookbooks. But at some point I was like, you know what? I really love this. And when you're like really passionate about something, it's going to work.
And so when you decide to work with a brand, what are the things that you look for when they approach you?
I think the more open-ended it is, the more I can make it natural. And that's what I love when a brand comes to me and they're like, we love your recipes. We'd love to see you incorporate it in your own natural way. And that for me is just so much better. Like when I have a brand that says you have to say X, Y, and Z in this order at this time in the video, it really stresses you out because you want it to sound natural, but at the same time, it's like you have to get in these talking points, and being given like more creative freedom over how to present it really makes it just completely different. I love when a brand says, you know what, we love your stuff, just make it natural. And that's when it happens. That's when the magic happens. When you have one of those natural advertisement kind of videos, people love them and people will keep watching them because it doesn't seem like an ad. It just seems like another video recipe.
Tell me about a campaign that didn't go so well.
So there is one campaign that just went horribly wrong. It was a canned food company. And I just don't really use canned foods to begin with. I think that off the bat, it was just like, they didn't want to honor my price. They were trying to get like a cheaper video. And just off the bat, it was just like, we don't want to honor you like as a creator, almost like that's what they were trying to tell me. They were like, well, we don't want to pay you that much. And maybe you could do it for less. And then they gave me an outline of what they wanted. And then I filmed everything. And then they came back and said, well, we actually want this and this. And it was like, and then I had to refilm, and I had to refilm 3 times. And then they wanted me to include this stuff and this stuff. And it was just so unnatural. It was just so odd. I hated everything. I hated the recipes that I had to make. They dictated everything that I had to do. And it just felt so unnatural. People hated the videos. They didn't take off. It was just horrible from the get-go. And I feel like I learned that I need to not compromise. You don't want to compromise on anything. Don't compromise on the brands that you work with. Just work with the brands that you love, that you know that you'll be able to incorporate naturally.